Mga Dre, ang ganda ng minivan ni Sir. Scooby-Doo.
Push the baby.
Galing. Mukhang mapapalaban ako sa Inglesan nito ah. Ito yung may-ari oh.
Hit the B button. So how about this button? How about this one? Hey, look, I got a Scooby in there too. Did you see Scooby?
Scooby-Doo.
Look, there's a Scooby. A Scooby. It's cute, isn't it? Did you guys get a sticker?
Good afternoon, sir. What is your name, sir?
Gary.
Gary. I'm Pio, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can I picture your minivan in my YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I
Sir,
gonna speak?
Yes, thank you. Sir, how long your minivan?
I got this back. It was actually built about 1.5 years ago. I picked it up in Manila at the port because it was built in Davao.
Yes.
I got it back in March of last year. So, and then it was just the blue. And then I took it to Decal Republic and they wrapped it for me because I laid out what I wanted and everything. Just wanted to like the mystery machine. So, yeah. So they wrapped it for me, and then I've been doing little things here and there, buying the rims, everything. And I shipped a lot of this stuff like the steering wheel covers and all that from the US. So
it's beautiful, huh?
Yeah. So it's work in progress. It's
Was it solar?
Yeah, that's solar. Yeah. I have a little EcoFlow generator. So
what size is this? What inch?
I have no clue.
Maybe 13, sir. No?
It's I think they're 13s. They stick out a little further than the original. Watch it.
Oh, Winnie.
Don't crush yourself. Here, let me see this guy. So yeah, they stick out a little further, so it makes a mess in the back here. But
okay. Sir, can I see this?
Yeah.
Inside. Oh, EcoFlow. River 2?
Yeah, River 2. And then I have a cooler.
Oh, wow.
That runs off the 12 volts or it runs off this. Like right now I have it plugged into this. So, and then I got a bunch of LED lights and everything in here as well.
Beautiful, huh?
Well, long story short, when I had this van built, I wanted these colors.
Yeah.
Somehow they gave me these, which I didn't want the dark blue or this color green. So I had to have this all redone so far. All the seats and everything were totally redone to fit what I wanted. So yeah.
So, can I ask you, who is your builder? The builder.
I would not recommend them. They were in Davao.
Davao.
And I was told that they're Pakistani.
Yes.
Everybody I talked to says they put vans together, but they're not true builders. And I can tell you they did not.
They lie.
Yeah, they didn't do a great job. I mean, things just fall apart. You can see they're not. They did a terrible job.
Oh.
So I would not recommend them. So I don't even want to say their names. So, but yeah.
There's too many issues.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can show you some of the things that are major issues. Like I had to have a whole new head unit put in because the one they had was sticking out here with the metal showing.
Okay.
This was not even level. You can still see I have. Things aren't even screwed in right. They didn't. I mean, the fit and finish.
Okay.
All scratched up. And this is how it came to me. So I was like, just not.
You can answer this or not, but how much the cost?
Honestly, I don't remember. I'm wanting to say it was $200-300.
$200-300.
It was, like I said, I spent the money over a year and a half ago, so I don't remember how much I paid. But I have not been happy with what I got. So slowly I'm doing a little bit here and there kind of thing to get it working to where so I put the 360 camera on, which they did a professional job installing the head unit and all that stuff. The people that, like I said, that redid the seats, I gave them the material for the Scooby. They put that in the doors and the back panels and stuff like that, and the visors. And so little by little, I'm going to try to get back up. And
what do you do for a living? Like,
I am retired.
Retired.
But I used to be a GIS analyst, which is Geographic Information Systems. Basically, you've played on Google Earth or Waze or any of that kind of stuff. I was sort of like a geek doing the same thing. I didn't work for either one of those, but I did the same thing of doing maps and databases where you can run queries and stuff like that on stuff. So, but I did a lot of work for the military as a contractor, and then municipalities and stuff like that. So, did you guys not get a sticker yet? I've been handing them out. You didn't get one?
Yes.
You got one?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually like Scooby-Doo.
I love Scooby-Doo.
Me too.
Why do you think I have the van like Scooby-Doo? I love Scooby-Doo.
How long you live in Philippines?
I've been here, flew in actually New Year's Eve of last year. So I've been here about a year and 4 months.
Year and 4 months.
Yeah, my wife is Filipina. I met her.
She's here?
No, she's in the U.S. So it's sort of funny. I tell people it's a reverse LDR. So I met her in the U.S. She was already in the U.S. And we started dating, and I proposed to her probably the second year in, but we didn't get married until 2 years ago. But we got married here in the Philippines. So I tell people I retired. Now I came here. I'm planning to build a house here. So that's why I'm here. And then she'll retire and come here. So it's sort of reverse what everybody else does. That's why I call it a reverse LDR. So yeah. So my daughter just graduated college at Adamson University.
You have a daughter?
Well, it's not my biological, but it's my daughter. So I met her when she was in 6th grade. And so she's 23 years old now, and college graduate. And she's a nurse just like her mom is. So yeah, they're back in the U.S. now. So I'm here by myself. I've been here, a year and a half.
We're here in Philippines.
I lived in Las Piñas area.
Las Piñas.
You know where the SM South Mall is?
Yeah.
I lived in those towers behind there for quite a while. We have property over in Marinduque on a little small island called Mongpong. And my goal was to get here, start building a house over there. But with all the typhoons and everything coming in, it was hard to get over to the island to meet the architect and deal with all that stuff. And I told my wife, I said, let's just buy some property on the mainland. So now I live down in Chaong area.
Chaong?
Yeah, Quezon province. So I'm down there now, and I moved there January. So now I'm staying in a small little hut while we're starting to build the house. So yeah. So it's just me.
Why you choose minivan instead of other? You're tall, right?
Well,
but this is a small car.
I made sure I could fit in it when I was driving before I even started. But the main reason with us owning that island property on the beach there, I was like, the island had no cars. It's just little motorbikes all over the island because it's a small island. And I was like, I need a vehicle from the mainland. So I'm thinking, well, I need to run errands, stuff like that. So I need something that I can load stuff in. And I was like, I told my wife, I was like, why don't I get one of these little minivans and then we can park it on the mainland. And then it started hitting me. Why don't I do the cartoon stuff? Then I could give it to somebody to drive around to take kids to school in. Well, I'm on the island, I'm not driving it. So I figured, okay, it gets used. Takes kids back and forth to school. So that's why I came up with the theme of the Scooby-Doo. And then once we sort of quit dealing with the house on the island, I was like, let's make it into a camper van. Let me just travel around.
Okay.
So that's why I have like the cookies and all that kind of
Okay.
stuff that I hand out to the kids, because it's all about the kids having fun. So, and then I typically, when I carry around, I have little Ziploc bags, have pencils and erasers and all that kind of stuff. It's all Scooby-Doo. So, and I have a Facebook page called Scooby-Doo Space Philippines that I show some of this stuff on. So, but my whole thing is eventually I'm just going to start traveling around the Philippines.
Yeah.
And when I see kids, just hand them a treat here and there. You know, make the kids happy.
So where do you first see the minivan? In the internet or?
No, when I was here, I've visited the Philippines like 5 or 6 times now. You know, coming with my wife and all that over here, and I always thought they were cute.
You're for good in the business.
Yeah.
For good.
Yeah, I'm here for good. So
How about your wife? Your wife.
she'll eventually retire. She's 10 years younger than I am. So typically in the US, you 59, 60, or 62 is when you retire.
Okay.
I retired at 56 and a half. I called it quits early. And
Early retirement.
early retirement. So I came over here 3 years earlier than I was expecting to come over here. But it gives me an opportunity now just to relax and enjoy things and get things going for the house and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I'm here early. And now, like I said, maybe in about 6 years or so, she'll retire.
Okay.
And then come over here. And by that time, the house is built. Maybe I'll get some, we're planning to do some little nipa huts on the beach. So when people come to visit, they can stay on the beach property there over in Mongpong.
Mongpong.
Yeah.
Quezon?
No, well, I guess
Chaong.
it's Marinduque.
Marinduque.
Yeah, so it's a little island on the east side of the big Marinduque Island. So.
The heck, 1 hectare? Like that? No.
That one is about 18,000 square meters,
Oh,
whatever that
18,000.
works out to.
Wow, big, huh?
Yeah,
it's big.
it's deep, but it's on a big hill.
But you can also, like a campsite, you know?
Well,
Resort.
I
like
haven't
that?
seen those little nipa huts they
Yeah.
sort of have up there.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to do like 4 or 5 of those so guests come over,
okay.
because there's a big rock formation on the end of the beach called Ungab Rock Formation that they do what do they call them, boat tours. So they take people to the sandbar, they take them over to here to this one, and I'm like, well, if they come, they could stay at the places. So for that, my thing is, we were called Second Wind Resort, but until I get it going, it's sort of on hold. So.
Oh, I like, when I saw your minivan, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the head turner like that.
Well, it's funny because here in the Philippines, I've been to I don't know how many malls, stores. I don't see any Scooby stuff.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
But if I'm driving down the road, you can see people mouthing or people going, look, Scooby van. So people know who Scooby is. It's just there's nothing really Scooby here in the Philippines. I mean, you see a few things here and there, but those are stickers. Those are stickers. Did you get one? I was handing them out. Did you get one?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I get a POV?
Yeah. Run around all you want.
The A17, like, right? Ay,
64. 64.
Okay. 64B.
I think it's a W.
W. Yeah, it's great. Beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
to meet you, sir.